everyone. Welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that answers all your stock-related queries on the program. In case you're here for the first time, well, the WhatsApp number is on your screens. This is where you send me all the queries that you have about the stocks in your portfolio or onto your watch list as well. Top market experts will actually guide you on this show. So you can also send me your contact details. We can give you an opportunity to have you speak to the top market experts on our platform to get a custom-made advice for yourself. Now, you can also log on to YouTube, go on to Business Today and go to the Daily Calls Live section, then go on to the comment section there to send me all the queries that you have. I'll be happy to take up all the queries there with our top guests as well. Let me just quickly look at how the markets are actually looking at trade right now. 50 points higher at 25,032 right now. So you can actually see we are back above the 25,000 mark for the third time this week. Let's see whether this continues to be sustained on the markets as well. What's pulling up the markets? It's the IT index. That's the one that's truly taking the baton in its hands. Look at the kind of move that we are seeing there. 2.3% kind of a move. It's at the day's high. A substantial move that we can see across the board, especially led by Infosys. That's now up 3%. A heavy-weighted stock there. TCS is also higher. Wipro also among the top 6 movers. At least 3 of the heavyweight counters are from the IT pack right now. Apart from IT, FMCG, broader markets, infra, even real estate and consumer durables and autos are the other sectors that are also pulling up. Let me quickly welcome our guest on board now. Akshay Bhagwat joins in. He's the Senior Vice President of Derivatives Research at JM Financial and he's with us to answer all your queries. Then, Akshay, warm welcome. Good to have you with us as always. Help us understand your view on the markets right now. We are finally much better off than what we had been witnessing over the last 5-6 odd weeks of weakness. Third attempt to cross over 25,000. Whether this closes in positive on that zone is something that we still have to watch out for. But what do you make of this smart move on the markets that we are seeing and a turn of positive sentiments?
Good afternoon, Sakshi. So yes, the entire July month, if you look at the price action, it was negative, and in fact, I think 6 months, 6 weeks of back-to-back weakness is something which we rarely see. But the recent recovery from the lows of around 24,350 is pretty heartening, and it does show the strength of the way the charts are shaping up slowly. So right now, the levels of 25,000, where the market is taking it step by step and trying to first reclaim the 25,000 mark, we are taking this targets also in a step-by-step fashion. So 25,300 is what we are looking at for the August month expiry. And we are looking forward for strong reversals in the month of September, where again 25,600, which is the swing high from where the previous fall was, will shape up soon. So continuing to maintain a positive in the market for the September month.
Okay, Akshay. Akshay, we already have so many of our questions coming in. So let's get to the Q&A of our viewers and then we'll keep coming to you for your top choice of sectors and stocks in this profitable market that we are seeing right now. Let me look at the questions that we are getting from our YouTube. Nancy is the first viewer who's written in. Says, hi, good afternoon, Sakshi. How are you? Nancy, good to be seeing you on the show and right at the beginning. She wants to know about Kirloskar Engineering. She wants to know whether over the next 1 month it will be a good purchase to have. What could be a 1 month target on this one? Any suggestion that you could suggest on Kirloskar Engineering?
I think this one is Kirloskar Oil Engines. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
962 is the current market price, and this stock has shown a good, strong recovery in the last 5 to 6 months from its base of 600. But I think there will be some bit of profit booking once it nears the levels of 1000 to 1030 zone, because somewhere on the short term trading charts there are initial signals of overbought prices on the short term trading charts. So really depends how you are going to take this. If it's from a longer term investment horizon of minimum 1 year, then I would suggest that you stay put. Probably the broader targets of 1200 is in the making. But if it's more of like a 3 to 5 month kind of a scenario, the suggestion is take the profits off the table around levels of 1000. Look for re-entry once you get dips of around 850. Overall, from a longer term perspective, it continues to be a hold.
Okay, fair point. Let me just quickly pull up another question that we have. This one is from Anuj Singh. Anuj Singh says, good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon to you, Anuj. Good to have you here. The question is on Bikaji Foods. He says, मेरे पास Bikaji Foods के शेयर हैं 793 के रेट पर 100 शेयर्स मैंने खरीदे हुए हैं. इसका मैं क्या टारगेट लेकर चल सकता हूँ?
तो फॉर बिकाची फूड्स जो आपने बाय करा है, ओवरऑल अगर पहले मैं इसके प्राइस स्ट्रक्चर को स्टडी करूं तो टेक्निकली काफी मजबूत लॉन्गर टर्म प्राइस स्ट्रक्चर है। तो जब से लिस्ट हुआ है, हमने गए आई थिंक जुलाई 2024 से लेके जो है थोड़ा सा एक मंदी का दौर देखा है, बट कहीं ना कहीं जो 600 के लेवल से बाउंस बैक हमने देखा है, वो काफी उम्मीदें वापस बना रहा है स्टॉक में। और मेरा रीडिंग है प्राइस चार्ट पे कि ये स्टॉक दोबारा इसके ऑल टाइम हाई जो करीबन 950 के आसपास है वो छूने की तैयारी कर रहा है। तो आपको बने रहना है 950, ये आपका टारगेट प्रोजेक्शन रहेगा फ्रॉम अ लॉन्गर टर्म होल्डिंग के होराइजन से।
ओके गॉट दैट। बहुत सारे सवाल हमारे पास व्हाट्सएप पर भी आ रहे हैं, तो एक एक करके कुछ सवाल ले लेते हैं। मोमिता फ्रॉम कोलकाता राइट्स इन सेज, हाय टीम, हाय मोमिता, हाउ आर यू? द क्वेश्चन इज ऑन जेके पेपर एट 395 फॉर शॉर्ट टर्म. व्हाट इज द kind of suggestion that you could give? Is this an opportunity to add more stocks at the current levels as well, and what could be a short term target that she can expect?
See, honestly, JK papers, I don't think on the price patterns, short term would do more justice because really there are not much indications which I see on price charts which will give you decent returns on short term time frame. The suggestion would be the longer term charts are still strong. Give this stock some more time. Probably 6 months of holding can do justice to the prices. But what my reading is that 250, 260 is a strong price zone, and if you give this stock some more time, I think you can be well prepared for target still around 475. So 475 is my target projections. Time holding can be around 6 months. So stay put, hold is the trade in JK Paper Limited.
Okay, got that. Let me just quickly ask another one. This one is, in fact, we have two people asking the same question there, so I'm going to be combining those two questions. Mohit from Ludhiana says, can I purchase JSW cement for next 5 years? We also have Avnish Chaudhary writing in, says, मेरे पास already JSW cement के shares हैं 146 पर. यहाँ पर outlook क्या होना चाहिए? ये recently listed stock है, इसके historical charts आपके पास नहीं होंगे ज़्यादा, अक्षय. So ओवरऑल अगर आपकी कंपनी की तरफ से एक व्यू है जो कि जेएसडब्ल्यू सीमेंट के ऊपर है, क्या शेयर करना चाहेंगे आप?
तो एक्चुअली मैं इसमें माफी चाहता हूँ क्योंकि कुछ मेरे पास लॉन्गर टर्म का प्राइस प्रोजेक्शंस नहीं होगा क्योंकि मेरे पास डेटा काफी लिमिटेड है प्राइस
जी.
स्टडी पे। जो ओपनिंग के बाद दिख पा रहा है कि कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेंथ बन रहा है चार्ट में, तो आपको बने रहना है 145 145 140 रफली एक सपोर्ट जोन फिलहाल दिख पा रहा है इसमें। तो लॉन्गर टर्म 5 साल तो काफी लंबी अवधि है आपका जो होल्डिंग का है। तो मेरी सलाह रहेगी एक बार आप फंडामेंटली कोई एडवाइस ले लीजिए। टेक्निकली तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा फिलहाल 165 का टारगेट प्रोजेक्शन बन पा रहा है।
ओके गॉट दैट. चलिए अगला सवाल भी ले लेते हैं. हमारे पास ये सवाल आया है, वन ऑफ आवर व्यूअर्स फ्रॉम आवर व्हाट्सएप अगेन इज राइटिंग इन. दिस इज अखिलेश फ्रॉम लखनऊ. हाय अखिलेश. Says, how hope you're very well. I'm very well, thank you so much for asking, Akhilesh, and I wish the same for you. The question is on auto stocks, Samvardhan Motherson and also Precall. The question is that he is holding both these stocks in his portfolio. Samvardhan Motherson he has since the levels of 91.6, and Precall he is holding at 452. What is the outlook that you could be sharing with him on this one? He says it's expected that this festive season the auto stocks could be really looking up because of the recent changes in the GST announcements that we have been seeing. How are you looking at both these stocks from the auto ancillary pack?
So first, talking on Samardhan Motherson, you see the longer term price structure is still very strong and positive. If I were to look at from the price perspective, one level which you need to very closely monitor if you are medium to longer term investor is the support zone of 80, from where you had a very strong bounce back 4 or 5 months before, from where we have seen prices still touching or trying to cross get past 100. So I think it is in the process where the stock is trying to form a base, trying to recover back again its lost ground from the support zone, and from a longer term time horizon, you can continue to be invested. Possible price projections can be around 140 going on the technical price parameters. And on Precall, which is the other stock we spoke about, I think Precall continues to be a hold. Here we have a scenario where last 6 months we have seen the prices stagnating with low volumes around levels of 430 to 50 zone. But the longer term price charts are still positive. The levels to follow would be a support of 400, and price projection from investment horizon of 1 year plus can be 550 being revisited in the due course of time.
Okay, let's take the next one. This one is from one of our viewers on our YouTube. This is Ankur Modi. He says, "Hi Sakshi." Hi Ankur, how are you? The question is on Ola Electric. And the question is, how do you explain the sudden jump in prices, and should we now look at it as a positive opportunity to buy into the stock? Well, you're right, Ankur. Last two sessions, we've seen the stock really jump, substantially. Now, 14% of a rally is what we have seen on Ola Electric today. 51 levels have also been crossed substantially. Remember, this was a stock that was laggard for a long haul, but in the last two odd trading sessions alone, we have seen over 20-22% kind of a rally coming in onto this stock. Now, one of the key reasons why this buoyancy is being also seen is that some of the analysts have pegged it to the lifting of the export ban of rare earth minerals and metals by by China as well. That was impacting the EV related players back home in India. Now, with the lifting of that ban, there is an expectation that at least the productions and all the supply chains will not get suffered for players like Ola Electric. Let's find out whether even technically things have improved for the better, so that one can look at it as a fresh buy from Akshay. Now, Akshay, to you.
So for Ola Electric, this is one of the stocks there was a lot of hype after it got listed, levels of 150, 160, and then you are looking at levels of 40, 50 or levels in the last month. So really a lot of interest in this stock. But what my understanding is, looking at the price volume action, first of all, the chart is in a negative downtrend. It is trying to form a base, it is trying to form reversals, and the volumes which we saw last month, there was a sudden upsurge of volumes around the levels of 40, 45. So that gives me some confidence that there should be a short term pullback rally on in the stock. And the targets at the best which I get right now, going by the current price readings, is the upside till around 65 to 70. So right now we are going with conservative targets considering the broader trend which is still weak. We are looking at bounce back scenarios in wake of highly oversold parameters. So the best case scenario where one can look forward to if you are considering buying this at the current levels would be targets of around 65 to 70. Anyone who is stuck in this at higher levels should consider an exit around levels of 65 to 70.
Okay, got that. Let me just quickly now look at some of the other queries that are floating in from our viewers. We have this question from Mr. Dasaradi. He says, "Ma'am, I want to buy Emcure Pharmaceuticals at the current price. What should be the target and stop loss that I should keep in my mind?" So, from the pharma space, Emcure Pharmaceuticals, what would you look at this at? Of course, this is also one of the companies that does not have a very long historical chart for you, but the stock has been in focus of late. Earnings also came in. Positive news flows are coming in over the last couple of months as well. How would you look at Emcure for that matter?
See what I understand, looking at the charts, as you mentioned rightly, that there is limited data points here. So post listing somewhere in July 2024, the stock has seen a very strong resistance build up at the levels of around 1500. So if you read that positively, the price structure, then we have almost had a V-shaped recovery in the last 4 months. And once again, we are trying to, deal with the crucial resistance zone of 1500. So in all probabilities, technically, people who have got stuck or got caught up at levels of 1450, 1500 would look for exits in this script at the given levels. Short to medium term, we are dealing with a resistance. I would give it a miss at the current levels if you are a short to medium term with a time horizon of a month or more. But really, from a longer term time horizon, I think we will review this as to how prices play out, whether that resistance breakout matures or not. In case it sustains above 1550, that's a positive development in the script. But at the current levels, I would suggest 1500 odd levels is a good exit for the stock, and we will give you updates as and soon they shape up.
Okay, got that. Sanket Singh Chauhan writes in, says, I am new to the markets. I want to know where do I buy. Sanket, first up, warm welcome to the show as well. I'm glad that you have taken this step, being a new investor, to seek a professional advice and expert advice when you start off your investing journey in the stock markets, rather than what is being seen as first up, popular among the new age generation investors, is that they rely on stock market tips that are floating on social media. So first up, congratulations, you've not taken that step and you are coming to a professional platform seeking expert advice who are registered with the market regulator as well, and who have a lot of experience within the markets to guide you better on that journey. Akshay is with us again, one of our top favorites, experts on daily call shows, and he has an expertise to also guide all fresh and new investors on the program as well. Akshay, how would you advise this new investor, Sanket Singh Chauhan? How does he begin with that journey in stock markets?
Well, honestly, to begin your journey in the stock market, my advice is to first of all do paper trading and understand the rules of the game, and start with a small sum of money. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. That's normally the protocol which you follow. And one rule I would like to say is that see, long-term investing is all about a journey, but I belong to the school of thought where risk management is also a very key, thing which you need to always have at the back of your mind. So any trade which you take up, first rule is do not have all eggs in one basket. That means if you have a lakh rupees, then try to diversify that lakh rupees into 4 or 5 stocks into different sectors. And second is maintain a risk of at least minimum 10% of risk in each trade which you take. So minimum 10, maximum 15, that is the threshold you can look forward to. But anyway, if it goes below 15%, you have to take an exit and not keep on averaging or looking from a long-term story. That's the school of thought I belong to. And that's the rules you have to follow if you are taking a trade on basis of price charts.
Okay, got that. I hope this has also answered your question well. Let me quickly take another question. This one is from Vinod Chaudhary. He says, Hi ma'am, good afternoon to you and to Akshay sir as well. I want to really see this is an excellent show for retail investors like me. Thank you so much, Vinod, for writing in such appreciative words for daily calls. Our aim is to help as many retail investors as we can on their investment journey. Now, Akshay, he wants to know from you on one of the stocks, it's JB lamination stock. Okay, let me pull up this stock. Even I haven't tracked this one very closely, so let me just look at it. All right, so I think this one, if we pull up the stock and what is the price of this one, JB laminations. Um, it's a market cap of about 400 or 500 odd crore rupees. 220 is the current level maybe at which it is trading at. JB Laminations Limited. I think this is largely from the SME platform, is it? Akshay, do you track this one at all?
I'm sorry, I don't track this counter and I'm not able to find the price chart as well. So apologies on this one.
Okay, got that. The other question that Vinod has is on transformers. How do you look at the transformers industry? So, Vinod, unfortunately, our guest does not track this talk right here, but help us. We'll definitely help you understand on the transformer space or the power related space that you are keenly looking at. And in case you can find out any good opportunities there. Akshay, anything within the transformer space that you could guide him with?
Uh, See, from the transformer space, out of the limited stocks, I look at, I think instead of transformers, you can look at the power sector because that is where I am more keen on rather than the transformer space. I think NTPC and Tata Power, these are the two stocks you can look forward to in the power sector. So these are two stocks which I would recommend from an investment horizon of minimum 6 months plus. Tata Power has a strong support base building up by the levels of 300, and I'm looking forward for target projection still around 450. So this is one stock I'm pretty bullish on, and NTPC is the other stock which again
Okay, I think there is some technical disruption. We've lost the connection there with Akshay, but we'll try to get him back on the platform. But let me, in the meanwhile, just quickly look at the market realm as well. And let me highlight for you a few stocks that are buzzing in the F&O space. 361 WAM is buzzing with 5% gains. You have Vodafone Idea that's up by 4%. Indian Hotels Company, SJVN, these are the stocks that are buzzing in the F&O space right now. Even if we look at the broadest index, that's the Nifty 500 index, Zuari Industries is up by 8 odd percent. You also have names like Sky Gold and Diamonds from the gems and jewelry space, about 9% higher in trades today. We also have a lot of stocks like Godfrey Phillips, Ola that we marked out already, Echo Technologies. Those are all the stocks that are buzzing in trade. Regal, of course, is the debut stock that's still holding about 31% higher. I think Akshay is back with us. Akshay, we had lost your audio in between. Within the power space, you were talking about NTPC when we lost
Yeah,
the connection.
yeah. Yeah, apologies for that. NTPC is the other stock I am bullish on, and the range bound consolidation, which this stock has been since last 3 4 months, should soon unwind to a positive price breakout, where possible targets you can look forward to would be around 380. So I'm bullish on NTPC and Tata Power from the power space. I do not actively track the transformer space, so I have my reservations.
Okay, let's take another one. This one is from Rahul from Lucknow. He says, Hi Sakshi, good afternoon. I want to know about Bharat Dynamics with the latest announcements from Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the Independence Day, where he talked about Sudarshan Chakra. What is the likelihood of the stock moving going forward from here? Okay, we'll try and find out an overall view on the defense space, and on BDL also we'll get a technical view whether it's placed well. What's your sense here, Akshay?
See, there are positive news which are doing rounds in the defense space, but honestly, prices have a different story to say. There is not much traction. The defense space has somewhere lost the upside momentum charm. If you look at the last 5 to 6 months, many of the prices are slowly fading out. They are losing their momentum. So right now, at least the prices are not suggestive of any strong accumulation or a positive build-up traction which might unwind in the days to come. Bharat Dynamics is also a stock which trades in a negative chart downtrend. And looking at the current price setup, I think there might be some more downside left in the stock. Possibly a new swing low of 1350 or 1400 can be in the making. So I would advise to wait and watch and not right now start building positions in the defense space, especially in Bharat Dynamics, which we speak of.
Okay, got that. I hope this has also answered your question well. Let's take the next one. This one is from Gul from Kerala. She says, I want to know the right price of fresh entry in SBI cards. I have a 1 year view. What is the suggestion on this one? Again, SBI cards has been away from the vicinity for a fairly long bit of time. Any suggestion on the charts that may see any recovery?
See, this chart from a longer term horizon is still in a neutral zone. The extreme bands of this neutral range, which I speak of, is 700. That's the lower end of the support, and 1000, which is the higher end of the support. So in between, we are going to have choppiness and unclarity in the direction move of the stock. So really, this is more of a short term trading pick at the levels of 816 where it currently trades. You can at the best anticipate some pullback around 850, 860. I'm not very clear on how this would unwind, but clearly it's more of an exit or avoid as the price reading goes.
Okay, got that. I hope this has also given you a lot of understanding as to how to go about it. Let me just take a few more questions that we are getting again on our WhatsApp group. This one is from one of our viewers again. Priya from Jodhpur is writing in. Hi Priya, how are you? The question is on IRIDA. The question is, I have 500 shares at 194 after averaging. I want to know, should I continue to hold on to my position or exit this one? I still have a long-term horizon, but the stock has not been giving us, any substantial moves of late. IRIDA.
Yeah, so Irida again is one more stock which is more of a darling stock, you can say, of the retail investors. But unfortunately, the way things have unfolded in this in last 6 7 months, really the momentum is off. The prices are in a downtrend, and really where it will stop is the question mark for many. So what my price reading suggests is that it is right now trading at its support base. So support base of 135, 140 is a very strong support. And in wake of the chart readings, my sense is that you are in for a recovery rally in this stock. Not looking at any V-shaped recovery, but a recovery which can see stock moving up as high as 175 to 180 zone. So we are not saying that this stock is good for long-term horizon. Right now, the prices are only signaling a recovery bounce back. So 175 is the target zone where you may consider an exit in the stock.
Okay, got that. Let me take another one then. This one is on Sri Renuka Sugar. Lavisha from Punjab is asking this question. She has this stock in her portfolio at the price of 42. She says, please exit level यहाँ पर बता दीजिए कि किस लेवल पर यहाँ पर ये exit कर सकती हैं. श्री रेणुका शुगर 42 पर खरीदा हुआ है. इन्होंने फिलहाल 29 पर आ चुका है ये स्टॉक.
जी अगेन वॉल्यूम्स में काफ़ी एक्शन कम है, थोड़ा सा ट्रेंड डाउन है, बट कहीं ना कहीं ये 27 और 30 का जो जोन है स्टॉक के लिए एक अच्छा सपोर्ट जोन है. थोड़ा बहुत पुल बैक की उम्मीदें कर रहे हैं यहाँ से. तो एग्जिट के लिए अगर आप एग्जैक्ट टेक्निकल प्राइस चार्ट्स पे लेवल्स ढूंढ रहे हैं तो मेरे हिसाब से 35 एक लेवल होगा. अगर आपको ये जल्दी दिख जाए तो इस ये लेवल पे आप एग्जिट करने की सोचें, क्योंकि कुछ बहुत बड़ी तेजी होने की इसमें फिलहाल उम्मीदें नहीं दिख पा रही है.
Okay, got that. Let me take some more questions that are coming in on our YouTube platform now. We have a lot of questions that are pouring in there as well. Uh, okay, so this question that we are going to be taking is from Venkat Ramana. Hi Venkat, how are you? The question is, hi ma'am, I want to know about Canara Bank. I already hold this stock in my portfolio. My average level is 88. Shall I add more or exit the stock and enter afresh into some other stocks? What would you say?
Uh, see, Canara Bank technically is strong from a longer term horizon. It has seen recently a good recovery from 80 to 112. Considering the choppy nature of the market lately, PSU banks are somewhere trying to find their footing back again. And what I understand looking at the price volume action is that Canara Bank target works to around 145 to 150 zone. So I think at the current rate, still there is some more upside left in the coming months. 150 is the broader target area you can work with, and hold is what the recommendation would be.
Okay, got that. Let me also just get you another question that we have again from our YouTube viewers. We have this question from Moria. He says, can I please get an outlook on Indigo? I have a 6100 call option of the current series on the stock.
See, now 6100 is almost at the money strike. And, when you trade with options, time value is something which you need to consider very carefully, because you have just around 5 days left for the August series expiry. A day where the stock does not perform or stays flat is the day where you start losing on the option premium. So it's a very close game when you trade in options, especially when you are in the last few days left for expiry. So the suggestion is have a stop loss. A strict stop loss is what you need to maintain. Although the view on Indigo is positive, I'm looking forward for targets till around 6200 from short-term basis. I would keep a stop loss of 6050 basis spot, and I would not carry forward the trade beyond Friday. That is, after 2 more days of holding, I would suggest. And if the stock hits 6200 within these next 2 3 days, then book out profits is what the suggestion is.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also helped you out in getting a clear view there. All right, Akshay, we will then thank you on that note for being with us on the program and for helping us with all your views there, and for, of course, helping all our viewers with the kind of right strategies that they should be following on their stock ideas. Viewers, we now have the Nifty at the day's high point, nearly 60 points higher in trade, 25,000, sustaining at least for the last half an hour of trade that we have been seeing. So about 25,037 odd levels that can be seen on the stock right on the index right now. IT is clearly to be thanked for this move because it's large cap IT names like Infi, TCS, Wipro that are leading from the front here. You also have names like HUL from the FMCG space that's also pulling up higher in trade. Look at even Tech Mahindra from the IT pack that's pulled up. Eternal is another one that's also on the move there. Let me now welcome another guest on board, Mr. Jay Thakkar. He's the head of derivatives and quant research, vice president ICICI Securities, joining in now on the program. Welcome, Jay. Good to have you with us. How are you? And do tell us your fresh view on the markets back above 25,000.
Thank you for having me on the show. And yes, we are back about 25,000. In fact, this week, post the last week announcement by our honorable Prime Minister, as far as GST reforms are concerned, I mean, post that if you see, Nifty opened cap up on Monday, but then the IBs had actually gone up too. And it's very rare to see Sakshi that the implied volatility goes up as well as the market goes up. So implied volatility had to come down, had to settle, and the market therefore was expected to remain sideways, which it did. It consolidated for a couple of trading sessions, that is Tuesday and Wednesday. Sorry, Monday and Tuesday after having open gapped up. And now, if you see that consolidation is now breaking up on the upside, so 25,200, 300 is the immediate level which we are eyeing for on Nifty. I mean, you're right that Nifty IT is helping out Nifty to bounce back. Generally, if you have seen in past couple of quarters, Sakshi, the inverse correlation sort of a thing between Nifty IT and Nifty Bank, wherein when Nifty Bank is outperforming, Nifty IT is down. And conversely, what happens with Nifty IT is outperforming, then Nifty Bank is a little bit sideways. And also, kind of the announcement of SEBI as far as the shifting of the weights, or keeping the minimum weights for the indices and having minimum 14 stocks as far as each index is concerned. Bank Nifty has 12 as of now, so two can be introduced. And a few of the private sector banks have more than 20% kind of weightage, will be brought down below 20 or at 20, and not more than three stocks will be summed together, cannot be more than 45%. So these kind of things which are happening, Bank Nifty is a bit uh, seeing some sideways momentum, whereas Nifty is going up, and hence IT is helping to inch higher, and we have a lot of shorts in markets. So where are the shorts? Shorts are mainly in IT, Nifty index, and some a bit in private sector banks.
Okay. Jay, we have a lot of questions now coming in from our viewers for you. So let's start off by taking some questions then, and we'll definitely come to the overall,
Sure.
viewpoint of yours and key questions that key stocks that you can also suggest. Our first question for you is from Uttarakhand. This is from Rajiv. He says, "I want to buy Poly Medicure at the current levels. I want to know what is your view here."
Sure. I mean, as far as Polymedicure is concerned, Sakshi, I would say that the stock has fallen quite a lot now. The This is not available in the futures or derivative segments. Hence, I will be commenting based on the quantitative data and not the derivatives data. So I can say that the rate of change in the fall of the prices have declined. Excuse me, indicating that there is a loss of momentum on the downside, so there can be some bounce till the levels of 2040 in the near term. So 2040 is one can look for. Previous swing support is of around 1800 and 40. So that's the support.
Okay, got that. Let me take another one then. We have this question from Swati from Jalandhar. She says, I want to know about Adani stocks on Adani Total Gas or Adani Green. Which is the better one for a fresh entry, at least at this point?
See, as far as Adani stocks are concerned, I mean, we have seen Sakshi, shorts build up in Adani, maybe Adani Total Gas, or maybe Adani Enterprise. I mean, the one stock which really had fallen quite a lot right now was Adani Ports, and you see the short covering happening there. I mean,
Yeah.
last 2 days, the kind of recovery which you have seen in Adani Ports. So I think relative to all the other stocks of Adani, Adani Ports always has been better. And there's few shorts which are getting covered there. So if I have to choose, or if I have to recommend something, it has been Adani Ports first, and thereafter it's followed by Adani Green. Adani Gas relatively is underperforming. And green is also underperforming. I would say that Adani Enterprises and Adani Ports, these are the only two stocks wherein one should focus on as far as Adani name is Adani stocks are concerned.
Okay, got that. Let me take another one. This one is from Nanu Vyas. He says, good afternoon. I want to know, is it good to buy Nifty's call option of 25,200?
For next week, yes. So if you are buying for monthly expiry, definitely you should be, because see, tomorrow we have the weekly expiry, and today is at 25,040-50 range. So I mean, in order to get in the money, you should be having a move of almost 200 points by tomorrow. And if it fails to do so, you will be ending up out of the money. That is, option will expire worthless. So it's better to buy next weekly option, which is a monthly option, wherein you have that chance of being in the money at least by the next week expiry.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next one. This one is from Anita Jaiswal. She says, hello, I want to buy L&T Finance. In fact, I bought this stock at 172 and I want to add more stocks of L&T Finance to my portfolio. So what exactly can you advise on this one?
It's actually, this has been a trending stock. It's been one of the outperformers, I would say, as far as the financial names are concerned. And L&T Finance, I mean, after having broken out about 200 levels, has further gained the momentum. So I think on a medium term perspective, 190 is the stop loss, or should be the stop loss for L&T Finance. Definitely, we are seeing some good long build up out there. With a stop loss of 190, you can be into L&T Finance, that is LTF, and continue riding the uptrend.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next one. This one is from Sai Kiran. Says, I have GAIL shares, in fact a call option that I have of GAIL of 28th August 182.5. Can you please advise the target for this one?
Well, see, GAIL has seen some shorts. I mean, overall oil and gas sector has seen shorts since past couple of quarters, and we have seen some recovery coming in these stocks as well, but not up to the mark. And the overall momentum in the short term looks positive, which can help GAIL to bounce back at least till 180, 485. So I think for this series, the target could be of five. To 4 to 5 rupees. That is, if not more than. I'm not expecting more than that as far as closure is concerned.
Okay, got that. Let's take another one. This one is from one of our viewers, Ankur. He wants to know on Imagica World. He always is looking for fresh analysts, views on this one. He wants to know, is it a buying opportunity in this stock over the next 1 to 2 years perspective?
I mean, see, Magica had lost its value, and thereafter, what happened is there was the acquisition by another group, which is definitely established one in that particular region, right? I mean, you have Wet and Joy kind of theme park, or those things, and I mean that took. I mean, I don't remember the promoter now who took over, but then that deal which happened in 19 or 20, and thereafter the stock started to form a bottom, has seen a good rally already. So there can be some consolidation or profit booking for sure. But thereafter, it can see an uptrend. So overall, this sector is positive from the medium to long term perspective. In fact, actually, the GST benefit if this sector receives going forward, I mean, if it comes down from 18 to 5%, I don't know if whether it would or not entertainment, but if it, then it would get some benefit out of it and can have some more people into it, because the price reaction can attract people. But this quarter particularly should not be good, because uh, is the quarter wherein one doesn't visit much, right? So I think the next quarter, next 2 quarters should be better. Uh, Hence, you can see some more price consolidation or correction at least for next couple of months. So avoid now. Probably after correction on dips, you can look into it.
Okay, got that. Let me take another one then. This one is from one of our viewers on our WhatsApp, who's asking the question there. And there are so many questions that are coming in back to back. I'll just quickly sift through the questions that are coming in. And quickly, I'll just ask you one question. This one is from one of our viewers, Gagan Khemani from Delhi. He wants to know about KRBL from the foods related space. He's already bought this stock at 424. What exactly would you advise on KRBL?
KRPL has had a phenomenal run recently, Sakshi. I mean, from 350 approximately to 400 and 500 probably. So 150 points, kind of a 50% move in just few days was phenomenal. And I think this has helped the stock to provide a longer term breakout beyond the levels of, say, 460. Now, I would say that if this stock sustains about 500, then it would be considered as a long term breakout as well. Beyond 500, I mean, it has an all time high, Sakshi, of around 650 plus levels. So, you can expect more 30-40% beyond 500 as well. So, overall, seems to be medium to long term, seems to be positive. The momentum is back into the stock.
Fair point. Well, we'll take some other questions then. This one is from one of our viewers, Gul. She wants to know about JSW Energy. What's your thought on this one?
Well, this stock has been consolidating quite a lot. I mean, it's been slowly and gradual recover. A lot of noise on the charts and data as well. I mean, the short covering has been very slow. I mean, at a slower rate. It's still been consolidating. So I would say avoid as of now. If someone wants to buy in, one can avoid. It's not a momentum stock right now in the short term. I mean, where you are seeing momentum is these stocks when you have a good amount of shorts. I mean, we just discussed about IT, right? So that is one space. Auto is one sector wherein we have seen long build-ups actually. So on dips, you can accumulate auto. Right now, you can accumulate those stocks for the short term. Immediate is from the point of view of short covering, like IT and all. The power sector relatively is trading quite sideways. Maybe look at PFC, REC, JSW Energy, NTPC, all of those names. So as a sector overall, it's not performing. So avoid.
Avoid right now. Let's actually, before taking the next question, look at this metal stock Vedanta. The stock is suddenly showing us a reaction on the negative side there. You see a sharp downtick, about almost 2% down on the stock. This is after some reports are actually indicating that Vedanta's demerger is facing some objection by the government, and there's also a warning by SEBI. Remember, this is only news reports that are indicating so. We are yet to see whether there is any truth in these, and we have to also get any clarification coming in onto that from our own side. That's on Business Today Television. We haven't ourselves really looked at that and are just telling you what's actually being seen as flashes coming in on a lot of our news tracking platforms. That's indicating that company may be facing some objection by the government and also a warning by SEBI there, and therefore you do see a sharp downtick, 2.3% lower on that front right now. Any indication on what should be done for those who are having the stock in their portfolio and had been looking at potential opportunity of demerger as a value unlocking for the shareholders, Jay?
Let's see. As of now, I would say that among the ferrous and non-ferrous, ferrous are looking better. I mean, as compared relatively to non-ferrous stocks, and within which you can see JSW Steel or Jindal Stainless Steel. I mean, these are looking better. They have clearly long build-ups actually. I mean, JSW Steel has a long cycle as well. I mean, since past 2 or 3 months, it's been doing good, and same is the case with Jindal Stainless. So non-ferrous names are seeing some consolidation. I mean, obviously, Hindalco has some too, but then has a lot of resistance. Vedanta is continuously seeing short build-up and resistance at the high levels. So I would say that within the metal pack overall, focus on the ferrous names and avoid non-ferrous. And mainly, you can focus on two names which I mentioned: JSW Steel and Jindal Steel. These are looking quite better as compared to any other metal stocks.
Okay, meanwhile, there are some other news reports also coming up saying that the Supreme Court has apparently dismissed a plea by Vedanta Group seeking additional compensation for its Punjab-based Talwandi Sabo Power project. That's another piece of news that's getting, facing us right at the optical level. So we are looking at, what really could have been the cause behind this sharp downtick right now, about 2% odd. So what we'll do is we'll continue to watch out for the development. Let some clarification also come in. Meanwhile, just keep Vedanta on your watch list as well at this point in time. Next, we have this question coming in from one of our viewers on YouTube. Says, I'm a big fan of Jay, sir. Thanks for writing him, but do share your name as well. Jay would love to know and to connect with all his fans and followers on the platform as well. The question is on Indian Overseas Bank, bought at 44 levels, wants to know what exactly should be the outlook on this one.
Thanks for those kind words and appreciation. appreciation, and thanks Sakshi and the entire business team for inviting me on business today, and helping you to connect to me and all of us. Surely, as far as IOB is concerned, I mean, see Sakshi, as far as banking names are concerned, recently, if you see, then as I mentioned at the start of the my session today with you, is that the banking names are likely to see that change in weight, right? And you see that those stocks which are not included within the index may get included, and the shifting may happen from those stocks which are having more weight than 15-20% to other stocks. So these stocks mainly, I mean, wherein the weightage is low, can see some benefit of it and can see some short-term bounce. Otherwise, the overall setup is not as bullish as other banking PSU names may be like Indian Bank or Bank of Baroda or Canara Bank. So IOB is relatively an underperformer, but just could see an in short-term bounce because of so and so reasons. I don't know if there is any other reason, but this could be one of the reasons which can help the stock to inch towards 40 to 42 levels at least in the near term.
Okay, got that. Well, let me just now towards the end of our conversation ask you, Jay, to pull out any stock ideas from your own research basket and share that with our viewers as well.
Definitely, Sakshi. I mean, consumption is the theme which one can look at as of now,
Yes.
apart from so yeah. I mean, overall auto sector. So I would say that within FMCG, I think that Marico seems to be providing a good breakout from a sideways consolidation. As a disclaimer, I would say that this is a stock which we have recommended as a protective put strategy to our clients for this month. But I would rather say for all the business today viewers for next month, that is the September series, you can go long on futures only, and it has been a good breakout. It's trading around the levels of 755, placing a stop loss below 740. One can target 780 on an immediate basis and 800 plus levels on a positional basis. That one stock. Second would be Tata Consumers, again from the same segment. I mean, this is one stock, as I said, sector which is looking positive. So Tata Consumers can inch towards the levels of 1115. Particularly in the September series. So for September series, you can buy this with a stop loss of 1070. These are the two names, and among the IT, since we are seeing some short covering and did discuss that, right? It's actually so LTI Mindtree. I mean, that's one stock which clearly seems to be benefiting out of short covering, trading around the levels of 5200. I think the overall target for the September series could be as high as 5500. One can buy this, placing a stop loss below 5050.
Okay, got that. We've noted that down. I hope all our viewers have also penned it down as well for themselves. Thank you so much, Jay, for being with us on the program and giving a lot of insights to all our viewers.
Thank you so much.
Their queries
It's
as
always a
always.
pleasure.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
same
much,
here.
Jay. All right, viewers, we wrap it up on a high note. Look at it, 70 points higher on the Nifty. 25,050 is being seen getting crossed as well. Seems like at least today, the markets could attempt to end above 25,000 mark on the Nifty. So let's see how it pans out next 2.5 hours in trade. And of course, all of this will continue to get tracked in our various market shows that follow. I'll be back at the closing edition at 3 p.m.
You don't have the cards right now.